a quadratic equation. There are many 2-3 different methods to solve, and at the end of the class we'll standardize one particular one which is purely formula based way of solving a quadratic equation. So just as a recap, if you remember, how does a quadratic equation appear? It appears in the form ax square bx plus c. There will be a second degree term, there will be a first degree and a constant. See, here it's an expression, and then when I equate it to right hand side 0, then this becomes a standard quadratic equation. Remember? Okay. Now before we proceed, there is something which we learned in our 8th class and 9th class. Remember, there is something called factorization. This is a very important prerequisite for today's class. We should recollect how we factorize and how many factors exist. Can somebody suggest if I have a, say, cubic polynomial, how many linear factors will be there? For a cubic polynomial, how many linear factors will be there? Can somebody suggest me? Shreya or Vinay? Sorry, Shreya or Manya?
2, sir.
A cubic polynomial, 2 or linear factors, how many are possible? No, I think Manya has some problem. Yeah, very good. Manya says 1 linear factor. Let's understand this before I answer this. How does a linear factor appear? Say x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. I have taken 3 such linear terms. What happens if I multiply these two? When x and x term gets multiplied, I get an x square term, and any other product that I deliver, 1 into x will give me x, 2 into x will give me 2x, 2 into 1 will give me 2. So if you observe, when two factors are multiplied, I get the highest degree term as 2. Now again, if I multiply this x square, so what do we get? Minus x minus 2x. So minus 3x minus into minus plus 2. Now if I multiply this with the third factor, say x minus 3, that means now I am multiplying first and second, second and third. I am multiplying 3 linear factors. What will be the product? When this and this are multiplied, I get x cube. And if you observe, any other product will be giving me only second degree. When I multiply x square with 3, I get 3x square. When I multiply 3x with x, I get 3x square. When I multiply 2 with x, I'll get 2x. When I multiply 3 with x square, I get 3x square. So what do you observe here? The highest degree that I get when I multiply 3 factors will be 3. If I have one more factor, say x plus 1. Now this cubic polynomial, when I am multiplying with another first degree, what will be the highest term? This x cube gets multiplied with this x, which gives me x to the power of 4. So what do we all observe here? Can somebody give me, what are we trying to get as a conclusion out of this? When I am multiplying 2 factors, I am getting second degree. When I am multiplying 3 factors, I am getting third degree. When I am multiplying 4 factors, I am getting fourth degree. So what do we conclude from this? Yeah, what we are observing, Manya, here is when I am multiplying 2 linear factors, x minus 1 and x minus 2, I am getting a quadratic polynomial, that is second degree polynomial. I am multiplying 2 factors, I am getting degree also 2. I am multiplying 3 factors, I am getting a polynomial of degree 3. I multiplied 4 factors which are linear, and I am getting an equation with the degree 4. Right? Is that clear, Manya? Now, am asking the question in the reverse way. Instead of multiplying two factors and getting a degree 2, what can I say is, for an equation of degree 2, I need two linear factors to be there. Is that clear? To both Ujjwal and Manya. Right. So you tell me now, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. How many linear factors should be there? For our quadratic equation, how many linear factors should be present? We need two linear factors, right? Now that procedure of splitting a quadratic polynomial into linear factors, you already learned at factorization in 8th class as well as 9th class. But we need it at this point of time. That's what I'm saying. Can we move ahead? While solving quadratic equations today, as I said, the heading of today's discussion, we need how to do this factorization. Let's move ahead. Now, before I go to the main method of factorization and all, when we considered a quadratic equation, say ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, there is a special case where you need not even perform or break your head in how to factorize. If, what is the first special case? Then the b becomes 0. If you remember quadratic equations chapter beginning, we made a not equal to 0. Can somebody recollect in this quadratic equation why a cannot be 0? Ujjwal or Manya, can you tell me why a cannot be 0 for a quadratic equation? Then it becomes a linear equation. Now, if a cannot be 0 but b can be 0, not a problem. Now what happens if b is 0? No need of factorizing. The solution is direct. Let's see. When b becomes 0, what will happen to the equation? The equation now becomes ax square plus, there is no term with b into x, that whole term becomes 0. So only term that is left is plus c equal to 0. Isn't it? Now no need of factorization. Let us check this. Ax square equal to minus c. Can I write x square as minus c by a? So what will be x value? It will be plus or minus under root of minus c by a. So did I get both the solutions? One value of x is plus root of minus c by a, and another value of x is minus root of minus c by a. I got both the roots. Now here you observe one very, very important rule here, because there is a square root term. The square root exists only for a positive value. Now look at the term inside the square root. It is minus of c by a. When will this square root exist? Provided minus of c by a is positive. Correct? Then only the square root exists. When will minus of c by a will be positive? Provided c by a itself is negative. Are you getting what I am talking? When will c by a be negative? Provided c and a are of opposite sign. So a quadratic equation with b equal to 0 will have two solutions, x equal to plus and minus square root of minus c by c by a, provided, when will this solution exist? When will this root exist? C and a are of opposite sign. Now, every line that I wrote on the right hand side is very important. Please make a note, and before you make a note, first confirm me that you understood what we are talking in this specific case. Is that clear to all?